Tasty, tasty, very, very tasty now on 4. It's the Big Breakfast.
Welcome to the Big Breakfast on Wednesday, the 6th of September. I'm Johnny Vaughan, and if you were watching yesterday, you'll no doubt be wondering how my back is. Well, as you can see, things are a bit worse than we first thought.
Yeah, I mean, they are looking a little bit worse than we first thought. How exactly is your back, Johnny?
Well, I've been to see a specialist, and I've had what they call radical surgery.
Really? Well, I'd say it's fairly radical.
You're not joking.
He's not joking at all, we can see that.
Anyway, look, I've prepared a small speech to apologise to the nation for yesterday and to thank Lisa for filling in some ads.
Well, no question about that. I mean, Johnny, what I would say is, as much as we love you,
yes,
we haven't really got time for said speech, which means essentially I am going to have to cut you off.
I haven't really been told what's on today's show, so if I say the first bit, perhaps you two can do the rest.
Yeah, of course, no problem.
Go on then.
Here's what's coming up on today's show.
After the news, we'll be solving one of the mysteries of the Orient when we find out what the Japanese are going to be watching on telly tonight.
Oh, keep quiet. At 7:15, we'll be finding out which evening classes are the most rewarding if you want to pull.
Hello.
Pull?
Good idea.
Yeah, Rich is in the house today, as you can see, so out and about. Of course, it's Mike Squeaky McLean. We're going to find out where he is. 7:20.
There he is with a bit of magic. Got a story about him and magic to come up later as well.
Oh, I see.
I will also be bringing you the star of Baywatch, a new hit movie, Scary Movie. Ladies and gentlemen, Carmen Electra! And also American Club Goddess Anastasia is here.
Oh, she's plus, as ever, my favourite part of the show, giving away a top-of-the-range home entertainment system, that's TV and DVD player to you, in our head-turning competition, Starter 2000. Edition.
Actually, it didn't speak. It's phenomenal. But first, here's Jasmine Lowson. Quite a foxy news.
Oh, she is.
With the Big Breakfast. Lovely. She's first class. With the Big Breakfast news and weather.
Do you know what? I think I've got a Veruca.
Good morning. These are the main stories on Wednesday, the 6th of September. Another showbiz marriage is rocked. Mel falls out of favour in the house, and Robbie gets his MTV. We seem to be set for a record year of showbiz weddings and bust-ups. The latest has stunned fans. Noel Gallagher and wife Meg Matthews have split 8 months after the birth of their daughter. A spokesman for the Oasis star has said they simply drifted apart after 6 years together. The rift comes at a troubled time for Noel, just a few months after he walked out on his band's American tour. Last month, brother Liam and Patsy Kensit said they were heading for the divorce court 11 months after they had a baby. There's fury over bungling Dome bosses again winning the lottery. They're getting an extra £47 million of lottery cash to bail them out, despite insisting in May that they could cope. Their fourth loan since November amounts to a rollover windfall of £600 million. Tory culture spokesman Peter Ainsworth isn't impressed.
Clearly, this thing is dead in the water. This is an unviable project. And for the lottery to be signing blank cheques into what is effectively a black hole, I think many people will regard that with disgust.
The pressure on in the Big Brother house. 3 out of the 4 remaining contestants are up for eviction this week. Only Anna's sitting pretty, knowing she's definitely in the final. It's the first time Mel's been nominated, but Craig's 4th, meaning he's faced the chop more times than anyone else. Robbie Williams could be both singing and winning in a couple of months. He's just been unveiled as the headline act at this year's MTV Europe Music Awards in Stockholm. And with his new album riding high at the top of the charts, he's expected to pick up a few gongs during the proceedings. Here's the sport. The cream of Manchester are celebrating at the expense of Yorkshire. Fergie warned against complacency. United responded perfectly with a 6-0 trouncing of Bradford. Fortune struck twice. Leeds' 100% record was shattered in the shock of the season at Elland Road. Dutch master Viking sealed a 2-1 City victory. And Rebrov was a 2-goal hero in a remarkable Spurs comeback against Everton. It ended 3-2. North of the border, the CIS Cup holders Celtic thrashed First Division opposition to slip into the 4th round. Chris Sutton bagged his 6th goal for the club in a 4-0 drubbing of Wraith. Maybe Celtic would give Inverness Cali a better run this season. Here's the way the weather looks. Temperatures should range from 20 Celsius in London to 16 in Glasgow. Expect a wet start everywhere, particularly in Wales and northern England. Later showers will clear over England, becoming cloudy with sunny spells. Scotland and Wales should stay wet. Here's the 5-day forecast. Scotland and Northern Ireland will have rain every day except Sunday, with heavy showers tomorrow and Monday. Northern and central regions will see showers every day, but Friday and Saturday. And the south will have a mixed week, cloudy at first, turning rainy with some sunshine Saturday onwards. With breakfast news, it's 7:06. Now back to Lisa and Richard.
Thanks very much.
Cheers, Jasmine. Looking lovely today, I've got to say.
Thank you.
No question about that. Jasmine, what a lot of people don't know is that me and Jasmine have actually met.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Isn't that
Full
right,
details.
Jasmine?
That's true. Richard gave me a lift in his very nice green car.
I mean, I wasn't going to bring that bit out, actually. Yeah, I mean, I did give you a lift home. Let's make it clear now. It didn't go any further.
That's true. That's
Oh, come
very
on,
true.
Jasmine, you can spill the beans.
Just clear up that rumour.
Tell Auntie Lise.
Well, Richard, I hope you're not missing Gemma from last week too much.
Gemma
'Cause
Woodman,
You
who is-
did have a soft spot for Gemma, didn't you?
I did have a soft spot for Gemma Woodman, the newsreader we had a couple of weeks ago. She was lovely. However, I like Jasmine too.
Oh, Jasmine.
It's not
She
just.
He's such a charmer.
It's not to say I'm not fussy or anything, but Jasmine, I actually sort of recommended you as well to the Big Breakfast. Just so
Did you? Oh,
Hello.
I owe you one,
Hello.
Richard.
a favour. Don't forget that. Jasmine, everyone. Thank
Fantastic.
you. Now, last night.
Last night, I yet again was out at some dodgy showbiz do. The media cow that I am,
Scandalous.
milking away like that.
The rest of us in bed by 9 o'clock sharp.
Me out with freebie booze and food.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
As it should be.
Unashamed, I'm
As
afraid to say.
as it should be.
Didn't learn my lesson yesterday in any way, shape or form.
Are you feeling all right?
Actually, I'm feeling okay, yes, because I didn't get hammered.
Really? Okay.
Honest.
That's good news. That's it. I'm feeling quite sparky today.
What were you up to last
I mean,
night then?
it's a natural high. What was I up to last night? Went to bed, but yesterday I went to a cracking event. I went to the BFI, the British Film Institute, announced the best 100 programmes ever. Wow. Wow. That is a wow.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, it's a controversial list.
Go on.
Let me show you that. Here it is. You can't really see that on camera. There's the 100 top programmes. Now, in at 6 is Blue Peter. Right, now what I would say, obviously I'm a big fan of Blue Peter. Of course you are. And I've got a soft spot for it. I would dispute the fact that it's allegedly, according to this, better than Morecambe and Wise.
No way.
And according to this, it's better than Hancock's Half Hour.
And the Magic Roundabout, that kind
Oh.
Better than the Royal Family? No
And
way.
you know what I mean?
I'm
Another-
totally, of course, I'm biased on
You
Hancock
certainly are.
Programs.
But another Blue Peter related disgrace there, if you ask me.
Disgraceful.
It also claims that this survey for these programmes was done by the whole of the TV industry. Let me say one thing now, I wasn't asked.
No was I.
Anyone here? I mean, we're
Anybody else?
we're all TV industry. Let's go over to Linton. Were you asked?
I wasn't asked. Where did we come?
Well, there's a glaring omission. I genuinely think, I'm not just saying this, Big Breakfast is an innovative show. It's an institution. Why, if Blue Peter's in there at 6, we could at least have 96 or something.
Absolutely. We're not in here anywhere.
Anyone else here asked? Anyone in
Terrible.
Sand? Were you asked? No. I have to say though, I imagine that if the crew here were asked, Iron Apple Uncovered would have made a surprise appearance in the top 100 list.
It's true. It's true.
Right.
Lovely to see City beating Leeds there. To all City fans.
yeah.
Big up. fat self. Now, I could say I was going to go to Chelsea Arsenal with Orny tonight, but obviously, a bit of a bad back, so can't go. So if anybody's got a spare ticket for Chelsea Arsenal tonight, they'd like to donate to me in a kind of giving, loving type fashion. These are the numbers: 0208 985 all the ones, 0208 985 all the twos, and you know, I might buy you a little beer or something.
Yeah,
so thank you.
let's make one thing clear: you don't want to pay for the tickets.
Yeah.
So don't ring up trying to flog them. We're presenters, and all we want are freebies.
All right, don't forget that. All right, in a minute we're going to be going back to college, not to learn some lessons, but to find love. But next up, we've got tonight's TV. It's Japanese Eye View.
Hello, I'm Akihiko Takagi. I'm from Japan, Tokyo. I'm on my summer holidays in England. I'll be sightseeing at Trafalgar Square, but first here's my Wednesday Japanese Eye View. On BBC One at 7:55, it's Britain's strongest man. I'd like to see them lift that.
Take your position.
2 heats of 5 strongmen. 25 metres the course, 300 kilograms the total. In the fastest possible time. They're away together. Malkay struggling a bit and he's gone down. And Glenn Ross is struggling too. Graham Mullins it is, who's setting the pace at the moment. This is very, very fast. On the far side, Andrew Rain's going quite well. Brian Bell gritting his teeth, but Graham Mullins is going to win it by a street. 18.7 seconds. Glenn Ross coming through into second place after a very slow start. Brian Bell in third.
This is nothing like me. Don't you know who I am? For real stars, watch Star Strikes on Channel 4 at 9.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Besborough Arboretum at Stansted Park. In a few moments, Christopher Timothy will be planting a tree for us and areas of bulbs to add diversity.
What do I say? It's just I'm very honoured to be asked to do it, and it's my is it the fifth year? The fifth year.
Now at 57, 10 years after the series ended, Christopher realises time is short if he wants to re-establish himself on the small screen.
It's Ali McBell on Channel 4 at 10:30.
Why are you taking off your... I got a potential date. Friend of a friend, he just called. He's in the building. He sounded so incredible. I have these pants for these kinds of emergencies. They're marinated in pheromones.
You have pants that are marinated in pheromones?
I'm Akihiko Takagi from Tokyo in Japan. And that was my Japanese Eye View.
Ali McBeal looking positively corn-fed there. Not. Right, you're young, you're looking for love. Now, you've tried dating agencies, you've tried the personal ads, you've got dirty on the internet, none of it's worked, you can't find the love of your life. Where'd you go next? Well, don't be alarmed if I say back to school, because I don't mean to learn lessons, I mean evening classes. Apparently they've become the #1 place to pull in Britain. Anybody here pulled at an evening class?
It's a good idea.
I have, but that's another story. Right, we're going to put that theory to the test this morning. And to help us, we're going to meet our sex-starved single. It's Joe Duffy from London. Joe, hello, welcome to Big Breakfast. How are you?
Not too bad.
Feeling sex-starved?
A little bit.
Oh, OK, and now, how long have you actually been single?
About a year and a half.
So have you had it at all in that year and a half?
Oh, yeah.
You have, but they've only been one-night stands, not ongoing fun.
I must confess.
OK,
yes.
and so what do you do for a living?
Service control manager.
What does that mean, then?
Working in a control room.
In a control room, so do you control lots of people? I thought that might be quite appealing to the ladies. Yeah. A bit of a control. OK, well, we're going to see if we've got a bit of extracurricular evening activity. We can see if we can get you started on the road to love, to find the love of your life. All right, we've got 3 courses for you to choose from. First up, we have Opera Appreciation. That's at the Hampstead Garden Suburb Institute, where Peter Burt Jones is the tutor. Welcome, Peter, to Big Breakfast. Hey! Next, we've got Wine Tasting, which appeals to me, at the Leith School of Food and Wine. That's Caroline Walgrove. And finally, Urban Street Dance at Danceworks in Bond Street. That's right, isn't it? By Gwen Juno Baptiste. Oh, a bit of dancing. Urban street dancing sounds funky. Right, to help you, come over here. We've got a highly sophisticated scoreboard. Do you want to stand there next to Peter? Basically, it's a piece of cardboard on easel. That's how highly sophisticated it is. Right, have you got your 3 questions?
I have indeed.
Fire away, off you go.
OK, given the choice, I prefer to do things in a group rather than one-on-one. How are you likely to be able to satisfy me in that department?
Right, I'd just like to say that you're referring to S, to a good social mix. There, OK? Not what you were thinking, Linton, you dirty dog. Right, Peter, off you go.
Well, our groups are around 15 or 20, so it's a good size. The mix is pretty much in your favour, I'd say. There are probably 4 or 5 women for every man in the group.
Caroline.
Our social mix is about half and half, and there are about 30 in a group. Quite good.
OK.
Yeah.
OK, and Gwen?
We have a wonderful social mix. We have more women than men.
Yes. Joe? Which one are you gonna pump for?
I think I'll go with the dancing.
With the dancing. You see, it's the dancing community. OK, we're going to give you some lips on urban street dancing, like that. A big kiss, looking for love, or you're having a dance. All right, what's your next question?
OK, some people have trouble staying awake after a session. What sort of extracurricular activities have you got to keep me interested?
Well, we, in the opera group, we go to visit live performances of opera. And we have a pretty good time outside the class as well, even when we're not at the opera. We have a Christmas party, for instance. A couple of years back, one of our members who was on a world tour took time out to send us an email on the day that we had our Christmas party to wish us well, despite the fact that she was sunning herself in Fiji at the time.
She did trips to Fiji, group trips to Fiji?
We can't arrange that, I'm afraid, but...
an email from Fiji is almost as good.
Almost.
Right. Caroline?
Our extracurricular, we do lots of wine tasting, and normally during the day, if you taste, you have to spit it out. But if you do an evening class, you come by tube and you drink the lot.
Lovely.
Nice.
Gwen?
Well, after a long, sweaty dance class, how about a massage?
Now, Joe.
Need I say more?
Call me Sherlock Holmes, but I reckon you're going to go with Gwen. Am I right?
Yes.
God, how did I guess? Dear me, intuition. All right, that's 2 lips, Urban Street, on the extracurricular activities, and finally, the X Factor.
OK, third and final question. With the X Factor, what makes you think that you have is what I need?
It is.
Well, I think what opera's got is sex.
What? Peter, controversial.
Well, there we go. It's all about men and women and relations, power. It's a bit like an X-ray machine. In fact, I've been thinking that Big Brother would make a good opera. In fact, you know, all these people just doing ordinary things all the time. But what's really interesting about it is what's going on underneath the surface. And what opera does is kind of X-ray what's going on and show you what's going on underneath. The music does all that.
Fantastic. Lovely. Thanks, Peter. Caroline, can you compete?
I don't know that I can compete, but I don't know that I need to compete, because with wine, what you do is you become completely relaxed.
Oh, yes. What you do with wine is get completely trousered, which I would never do, especially not before working the next day. And finally, Gwen?
One answer, Joe. Women.
Gwen, I think you've got all the cards and you're holding all the trumps. All right.
Is there only one set of lips on there? Can I put them?
So you're going to go for Urban Street?
Yeah,
Well, I think
Big Gwen again.
let's put them all on there. Gwen, you've cleared the board. You've romped home on the lips front. Look at that. Get in there. Caroline and Peter, I'm really sorry, but frankly, you lost. All right. So what do you reckon? So you're going to be joining up the Urban Street Decay, going for a bit of a dance?
I'm not. Oh, I'll have a go at it. Yeah, why not?
Okay. Well, before we make a decision, let's have a little recap, I think.
Thanks very much. Will you choose course number 1? It's me. You won't have to look like Wagner's Valkyries to appreciate the horny women. Or what about course number 2? It might not be to everyone's taste, but you can be sure it'll pop your cork. Or finally, what about course number 3? If you've got the groove, then you can put the moves on someone in your class. The choice is yours.
All right then, Joe. Oh, it's a tough decision.
It's
Which
a
one are you going to go
decision,
for?
but it's got to be the groove.
Oh, Gwen, stand up. You won. So we're going to go and sign up. Have you got your little form
Sure.
to fill in? Do you think he looks like he's got the necessary moves and the stretches and the athleticism
He has,
needed?
definitely.
All right, you nip over and see Gwen to fill in your form. Let's hear it for Gwen, Caroline, Peter, and Joe. He's looking for love. Oh, now after the break, Richard Bacon is going to have some fantastic pillow talk with American club diva Anastasia. Hello. But first, here's how you can win a fantastic top-of-the-range home entertainment system, that's TV and DVD player, in StarTurn 2000, Olympic edition.
Blowout competition, StarTurn 2000, and you can win this state-of-the-art home entertainment system courtesy of Live 2000, the Earl's Court exhibition for the latest technology. Your prize includes this 32-inch widescreen TV with Dolby Digital sound, a stylish DVD player, and this latest hi-fi VCR 2. For your chance of winning, just answer the following question. Who invented the radio? A. Marconi, B. Mark Owen, or C. Mark My Words? And call 0900 144 7744 with your answer.
Welcome back to Big Breakfast. I don't know what date it is. Let me have a look. Is it the 6th?
Yeah.
That'll do.
Wednesday.
Thank you very much. Hello. Now, Michael Jackson and Elton John are huge fans. She's been #1 all around the world, and now she's set to launch herself on the UK dance charts with her new single, I'm Out of Love. That's fact. She is, ladies and gentlemen, Anastasia. Hello. I'm just going to make myself more comfy on the bed because I don't
you know.
This isn't the most comfortable position
It's
with
not?
legs crossed. Like
Right,
this.
I hear you.
Shall I put my legs out like that?
Lie down.
Right, lie down,
all the way.
sweetheart. I'll take care of you. Lie
No,
down.
but lie down, that looks ridiculous.
No, you'll.
I mean, it's quite comfy. Anyway, now, you actually look a little bit like an All Saints.
An All Saints. I've been told that.
Yeah?
And before I knew what an All Saints was, I was like, is that beer? What is that? I had no idea really what it was, so I was like, yeah, it is. It's like good, classy beer, huh?
Yeah, but
Goes down like beer.
That's right, yeah. Very, very classy. Now.
You know.
Yeah. Now, it's hard to believe that such a big voice comes from you.
Yeah.
Could you please, the viewers don't know what voice I'm talking about because you've not made it big here yet, so please can you give us an example of said big voice?
Oh, honey, just this early in the morning, I might scare you. All right.
Wow.
I'm out of love, set me free, and let me out this misery. Show me the way to get my life again. You can't handle me, said I'm out of love, can't you see? Baby, you gotta
Thanks very much. Did you get that? Yeah. Thank you very much. I'm all a little shaky.
Hey, baby, that's how I make them in bed, you know.
Well, no.
Shaky.
That's very pleasant. Thank you very much. How surprised are people when you open your mouth? Because we,
Like that.
we were all a tad surprised. When that big belting voice comes out, does it sort of knock people over a bit?
Yeah, right now it's a great thing because it's really marketable and people are excited about it. But it was so hard trying to get a deal back in the day. I've been doing this for since I was 16 years old.
Yeah.
And when I would sing, they'd be like, oh, great! And then they'd never call me. You know, it was like that kind of thing. They were just excited about the voice, but then what do you do with someone that looks like me and sounds like me? What market do you put her in? What category? It doesn't fit anywhere. So you just sort of float, you know, throughout society and not know what to do with yourself.
Yeah, sure. Well, do you know what we're going to do now?
What?
We're going to have a look at your video. Oh, yeah. Here's Anastasia's video. Here it is.
Hey. No, I got
I'm just going to sort of carry on watching. That's very nice. Thank you. Now, I gather that Macy Gray is one of your closest friends.
She's actually a close friend of mine since I signed to Sony.
Right.
She's a label mate of mine, and
what mate? A label mate?
A label mate.
I see. Okay. A kind of a friend stroke colleague, in effect.
Right. I got to meet her because she was signed to Sony as well, and as you know, much of a priority because she's done so well. And within me getting signed, of course, she'd give me her little advice, her little Macy, where, you know, she'd sort of say, "Girl, don't you let them make you, you know, do too many interviews and stuff, because, you know, you gonna get tired. So you know what you gotta do? Where are you? I'm not, all right. First, you gotta, you know, do like 2 interviews, and then you gotta take a nap. and then you maybe do another interview, and then you gotta go shopping." It didn't go over too well with the record company with me. They're like, "Yeah, right, work." You know.
So I was saying, will you be taking a nap after this interview?
No, I go straight to somewhere.
Yeah, really?
Endless promotion. As you know, you just show up at the places and they
I know
just
exactly what you
turn
mean. These
on
PR people, they grab you by the hand, they whisk you out the building, you just turn up somewhere else.
Right on.
I was going to say, if you wanted to make yourself comfy on this bed, feel free.
Oh, no problem. Oh, really?
Now, Michael Jackson actually contacted you personally, didn't
Yes, the Mike called me.
Contacted her. Did he phone you up?
He'd phoned me up in my house.
Where did he get your number from?
I'm listed. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, MJJ was one of the labels that when I went on a show called The Cut, which was like a Star Search show, how I got discovered.
Right.
He was one of the labels that noticed me. So the label, I met with them a few times, and then of course you meet with the presidents when things get kind of crazy. And instead of meeting him, we decided to do a phone call. So I knew it was coming. It was like the 2, 3,
so
1 minute.
You didn't think it was a crank call?
Of course not. It was so set up by his people.
Yeah.
And he called me. Granted, I've read articles in papers that, like, I was in the shower at the time, which was hysterical. So the article read, "Anastasia showers with Michael." You know, and I was like, oh my God, no, I was sitting there waiting by the phone like this.
Yeah.
You know, and it rang, and it was him, and we talked for like a half an hour. And
really? Can you do an
just
impression of his voice, how he speaks? You know, he did Macy Gray. Can you do...
Well, I could just say that he's much higher speaker than I am.
Yeah.
And we'll leave it at that.
Thanks very much.
Right on.
Now, thank you very much for chatting to us. Later on, we've got Carmen Electra on the show.
My girl.
As well.
Totally, love her.
Do you?
In fact, I feel guilty, girlfriend, because I have not seen the movie yet, because I've been on the road.
Oh, I've seen it. It's a great movie.
Oh, God.
Now you love Carmen. Have you got... I'm going to interview her later on this very bed.
Excuse me.
I hope she'll be as...
No, we need a different bed. We have christened this bed.
I won't go that far.
Hello? I mean, all right, fine.
What you're saying is this is our bed.
She's not as good as me. No. I swear. No.
So what we're saying, I like that. This is our bed. Is there any chance we could find another bed for Carmen?
No, I'll share it with her because she's worth it.
Okay, fine. Well, we'll have the both of you. Thank you very much. But have you got a question for Carmen? I'm going to
I actually don't. I don't have a question, but you know, I've so desired to do the dynamic duo singing act because most of the time when we get together, we just start singing and dancing and just being a little bit crazy, and she's done great imitation of me. So
really?
Yeah.
Oh, because she's done a lot of singing. So
absolutely,
we can duet you later on.
Oh, sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, she's going to be a big hit in the UK. It's Anastasia. I think I might just stay on this bed for a while. Whilst you go to a break. Now, after the break, one lucky viewer. Kid, don't get rid of that, so I know what to say. One lucky viewer will be winning a top-of-the-range entertainment system. But first, here's why you're watching a top-of-the-range home entertainment programme.
Still to come on this morning's Big Breakfast, we'll be hiding behind the sofa for the arrival of scary movie star Carmen Electra.
The Big Breakfast. It's Wednesday, it's the 6th of September. Happy birthday to Dan Burbridge, my best friend. I'm Lisa Rogers.
Happy birthday. Yes, hello, I'm Richard. Thanks very much. Just a bit shell-shocked from my Anastasia interview. There she is over there.
Anastasia, very quickly, do your bulldog impression, because you have a bulldog, don't you?
I have a bulldog, yes, and her name is Girlfriend.
So you shout girlfriend. Girlfriend.
Right, girlfriend. You know, you gotta say it with attitude. Say it with attitude.
Girlfriend.
Yeah, there you go, lady.
Bacon with attitude.
Thank you. Oh,
What have we got still to come on this morning's show,
all
Rick?
sorts of actual fact. Let me start by telling you this. After the news, we'll be playing our dizzying competition, Star Turn 2000.
Star Turn! It's Olympic edition. At 7:45, Mike McLean is going to bring us a special get well soon message for old sick note himself, Johnny Vaughan.
Let's say hello.
Mikey there.
All right, Spikey.
It's freezing cold. We're in a little place, Kingfisher Close, in Shrewsbury in Southend.
Yeah.
You know, it's freezing cold.
Oh.
It is.
But we'll get ready for the Johnny Vaughan Variety Show, trust me.
Johnny Vaughan Variety Show. I don't know about you, but I always feel like a bit of a fool when they dress me in a dinner jacket on an outside broadcast. But actually, you look very good.
I look quite normal for this kind of estate. Look at the trainers, though.
Yeah, the trainer's beautiful.
That's what makes it, the trainer.
Sartorial elegance.
I always do
Squeaky.
that trick. Now, have a go at the cameraman. That should never have been seen. Now, what else is there?
Yeah, at 7:50, we'll be showing you the answer to the joke, what do you get if you cross a swing with a skateboard? It's not very funny, but it's great fun to play on.
Oh, really? Oh, that's good later. Plus, we've got one of the stars of the smash hit movie, Scary Movie, and, of course, Baywatch, Carmen Electra. She's on the show later, so I think it's a first-class show, and it's packed quite tightly.
It is. There's a lot of very good-looking women on today's show.
You've
And
been
here's
for
the
them,
next
and-
one. It's
yeah.
Jasmine Lewis. Big Breakfast News and Weather.
Yay!
Good morning. These are the main stories on Wednesday, the 6th of September. Another Oasis marriage hits the rocks. The Oxford Union gets some fatherly advice. And the Freddie archives are raided by net nerds. The world of showbiz is mourning the loss of another marriage. Noel Gallagher has followed in his brother's footsteps. He split from wife Meg Matthews 8 months after they had a baby daughter. Noel recently confessed that he met Meg through drugs and spent so much of his married life on drugs and fearing he would fall out of love once his head cleared. The couple had recently moved out of London to get away from it all, including the drugs. Michael Jackson will make a star appearance at the Oxford Union next year to talk about childcare. He's been invited to deliver his first public speech at the prestigious Debating Society. Wacko Jacko will talk about the time he dedicates to caring for underprivileged kids, though he's not expected to mention the accusation that he once abused a teenager. Web hackers have stolen dozens of previously unreleased songs by the late great Freddie Mercury. They're from an album by Freddie that EMI plans to release next month. The net nerds managed to break through the record company's online security to download the tracks, which they're now distributing illegally across the internet. Here's the sport. Chelsea and Arsenal players have been urged not to incite trouble when they clash tonight. Police will apparently have advanced words with match and club officials before the Blues face the Gunners. Things are hot because of personal battles during Saturday's England-France game. With 9 days till the start of the Oz Games, British athletes are struggling to acclimatise. Having travelled the furthest, the Brits have suffered worst from jet lag. Sprinter Dwayne Chambers was among the early arrivals. His efforts to repeat last month's win over Olympic favourite Maurice Green haven't been helped by a 26-hour flight. Here's the way the weather looks. Temperatures should range from 20 Celsius in London to 16 in Glasgow. Expect a wet start everywhere, particularly in Wales and northern England. Later showers will clear over England, becoming cloudy with sunny spells. Scotland and Wales should stay wet. Here's the 5-day forecast. Scotland and Northern Ireland will have rain every day except Sunday, with heavy showers tomorrow and Monday. Northern and central regions will see showers every day, but Friday and Saturday. And the south will have a mixed week, cloudy at first, turning rainy with some sunshine Saturday onwards. Big Breakfast News, it's 7:36. Now back to Richard and Lisa for Star Turn 2000, the Olympic edition.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much, Jasmine. She's miles away on a little monitor, but she still looks lovely. Yes, it's time for the Big Breakfast very own spin-off. It's Star Turn 2000, as Jasmine said, the Olympic edition.
Star Turn 2000. Star Turn.
And thank you for the cheering. And let's meet the celebrity spin doctor. It's Wayne Hemingway. Wayne, you've not put your helmet on very well. There's a bit of strap which goes straight across your cheek and over a bit of your lip.
That's cool.
Are you all right?
Frightened.
Are you? Why are you frightened?
Very frightened.
Really?
Because I don't like hot tea.
Do you not?
I don't want to ruin my shirt.
Yeah, I mean, it's
or my corduroys.
It's a lovely shirt, but it will wash out.
Will it?
Yeah, it'll be fine.
I don't know if I'm insured for this.
Don't worry, Wayne.
I'm
Don't
worried.
worry.
I am worried.
Everything's going to be all right.
All right.
And let me just take you through the course. Do you know what happens?
You
I'm
spin,
sure you've
you
seen it
spin
many
me
times.
round or something, don't you? And I have to do some daft things.
Spin you round or something.
And then something frightening tries to get me, like, looks like something from Slipknot, tries to get me done.
Yeah, I mean, that was, I'd say that was a slightly vague description. Let me just clear things up. We spin this wheel. See that?
Yeah.
We see how many times we get to spin you round, depending on what that lands on. Every chance it'll be 10.
Oh, dear.
And then we take you through this course. Now watch me, you can follow me. We're just going to walk it. Through the English defence. Is that through them? No, sorry, remember it's Olympics, so you're going to jump that, through the rings. Don't do it now, you're not having a rehearsal. You go through these.
That's frightening, though. What does that do? What does that do?
Okay.
That's frightening.
Well, that will try and intercept. Just ignore it for now. And this is Sydney Harbour Bridge. Make your way over there. And then finally, Wayne, you're going to go through the 2000.
Yeah.
Jump large. You see these zeros? Great big jump.
Like that?
Go on, yeah. Go on. Great. Do it now.
With things
great
in the
big jump.
Like that?
Yeah. And great big jump. And remember,
Like
you'll have 10 cups of tea in
And
your
then
hands
what?
that you're not meant to drop. We see how many are left, and you go and see Lisa.
How do people do that?
Well, you'll see. Just go and see Lisa.
Morning, Wayne. How are you, love?
I'm
I'll take the tea off
I'm really
you.
frightened.
Oh, don't be scared. It's fun. I'll put the cups of tea you've got in the urn, and it'll all be great. Honest. I like your shirt, by the way.
It's going to get ruined, isn't it?
No, I'll wash it for you afterwards. Go on, go back and see Rich. Right, Anita. Hello.
Hello, Lisa.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good friendly from Brown Hill. Where's that?
It's in Walsall, in the West Midlands.
Ah, is it Brown and is it Hill?
It is a bit, yeah. It's a bit wet this morning.
Appropriately named. How many cups of tea do you think Wayne's going to get in starter and star-earn?
5.
5. Ah, nice middle of the road estimate. Best of luck, Anita. Next up, Rob. Hello.
Hi. Hello, Lisa.
How are you?
I'm very well, and you?
Good, I'm fine, thanks. How's York this morning?
Bit grey.
Yeah, a bit great. It's here as well, but it's cheery on starter. How many cups of tea do you think we're going to get in the urn?
I think you do pretty well. I think you'll have about 7.
7?
Yeah.
Confidence in Wayne Hemingway's abilities. Brilliant. Thanks, Rob. And next up, Samantha from London. Hi, Sam.
Hi, Lisa.
How's it going?
Fine.
Excellent. What part of London are you from?
South Norwood, near Croydon.
Near Croydon. I know it. How many cups of tea do you think we're going to get in the starter with Wayne today?
I'll go for 8.
Going for 8. Ah. Extra confidence in his abilities. All right, all best to all three of you. Now it's back to Wayne and Richard for star turn.
Just shake it out. Star turn. Thank you very much. All right, we're just doing some warming up. Obviously trying to be a bit comical, not succeeding. Now, let's spin you around. Come here, come over here. Wayne, come and stand here. We're going to spin this round, see how many times that we get to turn you around. Here we go. 4! It's gone to 10!
That's not fair.
Bad news, it's entirely fair.
It was on 4.
All right. No, that's all right. No, give you the benefit of the doubt. I'll do it again. All right? Hang on. Here we go. Don't question us, sunshine. Take your broom. Come here, take your broom. Put it on your chin.
On the chin.
Put it on your chin, mate. No, stop being a clown. Put it on your chin. Keep your eye on the bristles. You ready? Count me through. 1. It's got to be hard turn. 2. Keep it going. 3. Come on, Wayne. Hurry up. Pathetic. This is pathetic. Look up, Wayne. Look up, Wayne. Look up. Oh, please, Wayne. 7, 8, 9. Come on, Wayne. 10. That's it. All right, take give me your tea. Give me your tea. It's away! It's away!
Oh, dear.
Come on, Wayne! Oh, first class, through the rings and over to the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Jump it, Wayne! Jump through the zeros!
Woo! Wicked! Superb! Fantastic with a star turning there.
Well done.
Get on the podium there, I think.
On the podium?
Yeah.
On the podium.
Oh, superb.
I think we'll put you on number 2.
There we go, we're nearly there.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't the most impressive display.
But a very respectable score of... difficult to tell. I'm going to go for 6. Well done.
I won.
OK. No.
All right, it is a tiebreaker between Anita and Rob. OK, Anita, where are you? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, yeah.
OK, I want to know the record number of participants at a Summer Olympics. Record number of participants at a Summer Olympics.
Anytime you like.
2,000.
Say again?
2,000.
2,000. All right, you're going for 2,000. And Rob in York, what do you reckon?
I would say about 1,500.
1,500. The actual number we're looking for is 10,744 at Atlanta, 1996. Anita, you're the winner.
Brilliant.
You've got a TV, you've got a DVD player.
Thank you.
Do you want to say thanks to Wayne?
It's my pleasure.
Brilliant.
All right, Anita from Brownhill, enjoy your prize. Thanks very much
Thank
for
you very
playing.
much, Lisa.
All
Thank
right, now I think we're going for a break, after which we're taking a spin along the coast with Squeaky, Mike McLean. But right now, you're watching The Big Breakfast. It's a turning point for anyone's day.
Where were you when this happened?
I was noticing that there is no sign of Richard. Is it okay if I, Ali, does the show with you today?
What, looking like that? I'm afraid not.
Is it because I's black?
Oh.
TV to die for. The 100 greatest TV moments from hell. Saturday at 9 on 4.
It's been one long showbiz rollercoaster ride for boys' own heartthrob Stephen Gately. Tomorrow he makes his best ever career move when he appears live on The Big Breakfast.
Yeah, hello, welcome back. Just looking at this list of the 100 best programmes ever, allegedly.
As voted for by the BFI, British Film Institute.
Yeah.
Culloden, has anybody heard of it?
Well, of course. Huh?
Isn't it like a
complex love story?
It's a classic. No, it is a classic. No, that's fine. Well, I would say there are glaring omissions. Where's Juliet Bravo? Come on. Where's...
Fair point.
Where's Harbour Lights?
Down at the seaside.
Now, shall we go over
Yeah.
to our roving reporter?
Yes, he's looking for people to cheer up Vorney, who had a terrible, nasty accident yesterday.
Something I want to talk to him about later. I'm going to save it because we're under pressure. Let's just hand over clean. Here's Mike McLean.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Lisa, yes, we're here in Southend today. We're at a place called Kingfisher Close in Shoeburyness. And as you know, Johnny Vaughan yesterday hurt his back. That one. So we're trying to cheer him up. We're getting the public to cheer him up. Come on this way. So what we want is people who can do unusual things, different things, a bit of a talent show. We're having Vaughan's variety show. And that's why I'm dressed in this beautiful dinner suit, because I'm going to act as the compere. Many years ago, I used to be in the world of variety myself, actually. I used to do magic. Hello, OK, good morning. So, here we go, giving a little bit of a knock. So we're going to cheer them up, and also Megan Knoll as well. We're going to be cheering them up as well, because today they've announced that they have officially split up. Knocking, John, that's it, keep ringing the bell. Good here's the lady, here she is, looking as beautiful as ever. Good morning. Come here, don't be frightened, come here, what's your name?
Elsie.
Elsie, good memory. Now listen, Elsie, as you know, Johnny Vaughan, we're from The Big Breakfast. Do you watch The Big Breakfast?
No.
You do? OK, brilliant. Just say you do. You do, just say you do. You're making me look stupid now. OK, and he's ill, so we want you to do a little something different. Can you do a little bit of variety for us?
No.
Look, let me just show you. Look, just come closer, just come closer. No, never mind that. This is far more important. Hold on. I love it. Look. Can I just show you? This is the kind of stuff that we want, you see. This is a little trick. Look, what colour are those?
Blue and red.
OK, she's a bag of laughs. And what we're going to do is just change them until, there they go. Look at that. That's magic. Can you do magic?
No.
OK, well, obviously wasting our time. What about a joke? Anything like that?
No.
Juggle?
No.
OK. Can you say no?
No.
Yeah, OK. Remind me when I'm having a party to invite you. OK, here we come. A little bit of a knock here. Get out of the way, you're in shot again. You're always in shot. OK, good morning. Big breakfast. So a little bit later on, we'll have loads of people doing their little bit. Give it a bit of a knock, John. That's it, OK. Anybody in? OK. Not having much luck, Johnny. Let's go this way. Come on, Dave. Oh, good morning. Oh, there's shit. Look at this. Good morning. Oh, lovely. Lovely. Good morning. Big breakfast. What's your name?
Michelle.
Michelle, do you watch a Big Breakfast? Yes. I can tell. You've just got up. I can tell by the hair. Yeah, I can tell. Where have you been?
Greece.
I thought you got a lot, man. You've been very, very nice. Look at you shaking away. Listen, we're doing a little bit of a variety show for Johnny Vaughan. Can you do a joke, a juggle, or anything like that?
No.
Can you do anything? Well, can you play the spoons?
Yeah, go on.
Excellent. Will you do that for us a little bit later on?
Yeah.
OK, sort your hair out and then we'll come back to you a little bit later on. OK, that's what's happening a little bit later on. I don't think we've got much time to knock and roll. Good morning. What's your name? What's your name?
Come to look and see what she's doing.
Joanne, what do you do? Oh, are you a kissogram?
No, bloody ain't.
OK. I just thought you were. I thought somebody had booked one. OK, well, that's what's going to be happening a little bit later on. Join us later on, but right now it's back to the house. Get dressed. You'll catch the cold.
Thanks, Squeaky. Getting people their bad hair day and no feet. I mean, no shoes. She had feet, no shoes. OK, if you can think of any ways to cheer up Johnny, these are the numbers. You could, I know, fax, a poem, or some kind of present. It's 020 8985, all the ones, or fax 020 8985, all the twos, or Big Breakfast at Channel 4. all right? Or if you've got a spare ticket for Chelsea Arsenal tonight, I was going to go with Vorney, obviously can't go now. So if you'd like me to come with you, I'm right here, open to offers. All right, that's all that's really important, because the sooner he gets back, the better. We do want Vorney back in the house, so do get better soon. And now he can try and damage it, messing around with Richard Bacon on some strange thing out in the garden. Richie, what is it?
Thanks, I'm not in the garden yet. I thought hello. I thought what I'd do.
You surprised me there. I thought you were in the garden, you were standing behind me.
No, I just thought I'd just take our viewers on a tour through the house. It's all been redone. Here's the phone room. People on... Are they real phone calls? Yes. Well, give me the phone. Hello? Oh, yeah. Yeah, sorry, it's Richard. Haven't got time to chat now. Got an item to do. Take down the number. I'll call you back later. OK, there you go. Thanks very much. Come for a walk. So that's a new room. We've knocked some walls through. There's a door and some people. And then come through here and come out here and out towards the garden. Now, let me read this. As you can imagine, we get a lot of cranks and time wasters turning up at the house. But every now and again, someone shines through the riffraff. And that's exactly what happened yesterday when my next guest knocked on the door with his invention. It's absolute class, and he is probably a genius. Please welcome Chef and his G-board! Well,
thank you very much, thank you very much.
I'll come round this side. Hello, now tell us exactly what... Here's the G-board.
Yeah.
What does it do?
It replicas skateboarding styles and surfing styles and all that kind of stuff.
Right, OK, fine. Well, we need a demonstration, I think. First of all, tell us how long it's taken you to develop this.
I've been on it for about 3.5 years.
Right.
And...
So it recreates skateboarding and surfing? Really?
Yeah.
Well, there's a big difference between the two.
Not really, no. No.
I've tried both. Just go on, get on there, let's see it. That's all we really want to see.
So,
get on there.
We chuck it on.
Right.
And we have a little...
I mean, it looks a little bit more like
it's
an
like
adult
a
swing.
half pipe. Well,
Right,
it is a swing, but just lower hung.
Can it honestly improve your skateboarding?
I've no idea. I've never skateboarded.
Right. So how on earth?
Go on, Chef.
Oh, it's his first class. Go on, Chef.
Go all the way over.
Yeah, go on. Do a 360. 360. Well, we feel as though you copped out.
No, you can't do the 360. The board is wet, I'm wet, my shoes are wet.
All right, how do you know? If you've never actually done any skating, how do you know that's like skating? Seems like a floor to me.
No. Oh, no, because it's a half pipe. That's what it is, to start with. And secondly, I mean, there's different... I'll come in here.
Go on.
There's different ways of riding it.
OK.
You know...
You mean the other way around? No, I'm sure. I'm not trying to undermine the invention.
This ball turns round as well, but we're wet today, you know, so things are a little bit more difficult than they need to be.
OK.
But I mean, we have a look. You know, you can get down low like a surfboard. I've seen that done.
Yeah.
You know, you can ride it high.
See how low you can get down. Go further down. Really low, really low. Crouch it down. Go on. OK, listen, Chef, just tell us what we're interested in whilst you swing so elegantly with such dignity. When can we actually see that in the shops?
Well, that's really up to the industry. I want to see it produced, and it needs to go industrial now to make, you know, just to clean it up a bit and
has anyone shown any interest in it
a
yet?
whole heap of people.
Have they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Done some exhibitions and stuff.
Wow, well...
It's all going good.
Well, I think all of us should wish the best of luck.
I think It's very generous.
And this is no lie at all. I mean, most TV shows, they spend months researching their guests. You know, they'll book them. Most shows will be booking people now for January. We actually found you yesterday loitering around the picket fence.
Beautiful day. Beautiful day.
You literally came down to see the show.
Day.
Next day, you're a guest.
Yeah, cool.
Well, it's been a pleasure to have you here.
Fantastic.
Well, no, there's no need for that bit. OK, do you want a phone board or not? Do you want to do a phone board? I'm being passed a phone board. Do people... No, they're boring. I mean, to be honest, they do slow the show down. Let's axe it. I think instead, why don't we go... By the way, Carmen Electra's coming up later.
Oh, yeah!
Why don't we go now to Two's Up?
Yes!
Two's Up.
HP loves beans on toast.
Ah, Rapunzel, my cupcake. Does I love a boy?
Wait a moment, darling. I'll just let my hair down.
Too short by a hair's breadth.
Then you'll just have to wait for my hair to grow.
What? I'll have gone bald by then.
Well, hair day, gone tomorrow.
All you need is a Red Bull.
Why? Because Red Bull gives you wind.
Yes, but it also stimulates the mind, so get downstairs and open the blooming door.
Spend £15 on the No. 7 range and get a free beauty box. Now available at most Boots stores.
Some blood on the dashboard and the footwell, we can see that's big push backwards into the driver.
Pedestrian is fatal. Can I have a doctor to the scene and undertaker, please?
Two sets of skid marks at a slight angle towards the offside of the road, denting to the near side.
Got a single motorcycle with fatal injuries.
And his injuries will help us as to whether it may have been his shoulder or his head which caused the damage to the windscreen.
British Gas has removed the standing charge for domestic mains gas and electricity customers and replaced it with a new pricing structure. One reason why over 250,000 customers have chosen to come back to us since April. British Gas. The big shake-up goes on.
I'm giving you, you're giving me the sweetest taboo. Say ooh, ooh. Wablo, kick it away, Y2K, scoring goals in my new compact. Hijacking them with dancehall chants. No, you know we got bills to pay. Gotta get this money and we can't run away. Yagada, yo. We got Beanie Man, Jamila, and DJ Shaq. Y'all know it's really, really heavy. Glamour Kidology at Woolworths.
When you ask people over to eat, you're not inviting them to some grand ambassadorial event. I once went to a dinner party given by a friend of mine. Really lovely food. But as the evening progressed, she got more and more hysterical.
But it doesn't have to be stressful. Nigella makes impressive food easy and she entertains. Nigella Bites, tonight at 8:30 on 4.
That was first class.
Oh.
Welcome back to The Big Breakfast. I'm Richard Bacon.
I'm Lisa Rogers.
Do you know, yesterday I went out the British Film Institute's top 100 programmes. I met Peter Purvis there.
TV icon, Peter Purvis.
Certainly is an icon.
Blue Peter and Crafts.
Well, of course, both of us are ex-presenters of the same show. One of us more fondly remembered than the other. I think that's purely... We're too old to remember Peter. Too young to remember Peter. Slightly rude gag. Yes, welcome back. Now, I want to do something very quickly. You see, you had that swing on earlier. You know that swing thing you could go on there?
Yeah, with like a surface.
We wanted to put one of our crew members on it to demonstrate it, but our boss has said, no, health and safety, we can't do it.
Yeah, quite right.
I am now going to overrule the bosses. And I'm going to put my job on the line. So I'm going to go back out there. By the way, Carmen Electra is here today, folks. Carmen, do you want to come with me?
Sure.
Come out.
Let's go.
Where
are we going?
To take me by the hand?
Yes.
Well, later on, we're going upstairs to the bed. That's to come later. First of all, we're going out to this swing. It's gone! It's gone! Just come over here, Carmen. Unfortunately, it's been disassembled. Now, this is the remains of it. Have a look. There was a great big swing
what
here.
happened?
Yeah, and what happened was, you and I were going to swing. Let me show you. We'd stand like
this?
yeah?
Yeah.
We'd swing that way, and we'd have swung that way, and we'd have kept swinging, and we'd have gone all the way to the news. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen.
Oh, I wanted to do it so bad.
I know, it's
Where
terrible.
is it?
Well, some buffoon has dismantled it. Unbelievable. Don't worry, listen.
Who is he? Where is he at?
I'll tell you what we're going to do.
Let's
Come
find
back.
him.
We'll find him. What we're going to do, we're going to sack somebody, and we're going to we'll erect it for you, and then later on we can have a bit of a swing.
Great, I'm excited about that.
That's me and Carmen to come.
Oh my God.
I'll let you go first. So
Why, thank you.
I think instead of doing a menu trail, we'll just say in short that Carmen Electra's coming up later. Well, that was
disappearing swing.
That was a tad disappointing.
It didn't go quite as expected, that one, did it? Ah, let's throw to Jasmine Lowson with the Big Breakfast News and Weather, because she's very cool.
Good morning. These are the main stories on Wednesday, the 6th of September. Another Oasis marriage is washed up. The Cream of Manchester leave the Tykes trembling, and another Russian leader is overthrown. We seem to be set for a record year of showbiz weddings and bust-ups. The latest has stunned fans. Noel Gallagher and wife Meg Matthews have split 8 months after the birth of their daughter. A spokesman for the Oasis star has said they simply drifted apart after 6 years together. The rift comes at a troubled time for Noel, just a few months after he walked out on his band's American tour. Last month, brother Liam and Patsy Kensit said they were heading for the divorce court 11 months after they had a baby. There's fury over bungling Dome bosses again winning the lottery. They're getting an extra £47 million of lottery cash to bail them out, despite insisting in May that they could cope. Their fourth loan since November amounts to a rollover windfall of £600 million. 6 more soldiers face expulsion from the army for testing positive for drugs. The troops, all believed to be Scots, will almost certainly be dismissed from their base at Catterick in North Yorkshire. Yesterday, 10 soldiers based at Fort George near Inverness were discharged after testing positive. Here's the sport. The Cream of Manchester are celebrating at the expense of Yorkshire. Fergie warned against complacency. United responded perfectly with a 6-0 trouncing of Bradford, despite fielding only half the regular first team. Fortune struck twice. Leeds' 100% record was shattered in the shock of the season at Elland Road. Dutch master Viking sealed a 2-1 City victory. And Rebrov was a 2-goal hero in a remarkable Spurs comeback against Everton. It ended 3-2. CIS Cup holders Celtic thrashed First Division opposition to slip into the 4th round of the competition. Chris Sutton bagged his 6th goal for the club in a 4-0 drubbing of Wraith. Maybe Celtic would give Inverness Cali a better run this season. Here's the way the weather looks. Temperatures should range from 20 Celsius in Glasgow to 16 in Glasgow. Expect a wet start everywhere, particularly in Wales and northern England. Later showers will clear over England, becoming cloudy with sunny spells. Scotland and Wales should stay wet. Here's the 5-day forecast. Scotland and Northern Ireland will have rain every day except Sunday, with heavy showers tomorrow and Monday. Northern and central regions will see showers every day, but Friday and Saturday. And the south will have a mixed week, cloudy at first, turning rainy with some sunshine Saturday onwards. The Russian leader is trying a different line in PR in the wake of that nuclear sub-disaster and syringe in the neck for one of his critics. Vladimir Putin took a break from top-level talks on a peace treaty with Japanese leaders for a spot of his favourite pastime. And not for the first time, a Kremlin leader was overthrown. This time by a 10-year-old greenbelt, Natsumi, who was rewarded not with a jab, but a kiss. Big Breakfast News, it's 8:05. Back to Richard and Lisa.
Thank you very much,
Jasmine.
Jasmine. Just chatting with the boss there, because just to reiterate, I said this at the start of the show, Jasmine, oh, there he is, so let's see him. There's Ed, our leader. Hello, Ed. Sorry about the swing incident. I see you dismantled it before I got there, and probably rightly so. Don't sack me. No, just to recap, Jasmine there, I think I recommended her to you, didn't I?
You did, yeah. I'd forgotten that, but you did, yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Neatly forgotten. But I gave her a lift home at 4 in the morning once. Didn't go any further than that.
Allegedly.
Just make that crystal clear.
Yeah,
but just remember that favour, thank you, Jasmine!
Yeah. What's that cry I hear? Read all about it! Read all about it!
thank you very much. Shall we go to the headlines?
Oh, yes.
I think we might as well. Let's start with the Daily Star, which is held by Carmen Electra. Because she's actually on the front of the Daily Star.
Lovely.
We'll come to that in a second. First of all, Noel and Meg are to split. That's the shock news of the day. Both big friends of this show.
I'm really sad. I'm really genuinely sad about that. Because
Yeah.
there's some celeb couples you just don't expect to last. But, you know, you kind of thought Noel and Meg would make it, didn't you?
Yeah, no, I agree. But they're one of the few celeb couples that you actually thought were really solid.
Yeah.
And I agree totally. I've got some details here from the start. They split less than 8 months after the birth of their first child. A spokesman said that the split was amicable after the pair had drifted apart during their 4-year marriage. So sad news on there. But next to them, just to lift our spirits, is Carmen!
Yay!
So Carmen Electra. Carmen, could you adopt that pose on the front of the Star?
Sure, why not? Let's try to
They've got it in print.
adopt it. Let's see.
Now, can we hold it? Well, I'll hold it.
Oh, you hold it.
So that they've got it in print, we've got it
Okay,
in
ready?
print.
Ready?
Yeah. So there we are. Oh my!
How was that? Did I capture it?
Not bad. Can you put your hair behind your shoulders?
Oh, that's right, because the hair was back.
That's
okay,
it.
ready?
And just give it one more go.
Okay, ready?
Take your time.
Let me feel it. All right.
Oh,
How was that today?
Yeah, it's quite good. Ladies and gentlemen, Carmen Electra! Thank you very much. You can sit down again now.
Okay, great.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to our chat later as well, up on the bed. Right, let's go to the Daily Express. Close it today. Oh, a lot of support here. Anyone bother going to the Dome?
No.
I certainly haven't. Okay, the Express. What is it? Yeah, it's that upturned wok thing. The Express sums up the feelings of the nation after the Millennium Dome was yesterday given another £47 million bailout.
What a waste of money! What a waste of money!
This brings the total of public money to £229 million, over and above the initial £399 million grant. A lot of maths for you there. Let me just tell you something, though. It actually works out at a subsidy per person of £128 per visitor. That's what all this bailout works out at. They subsidise every visitor. What I would say is just give them the cash.
Yeah.
You want the satisfied customers. In fact, why not save themselves some money? Just give them 125 quid. Save yourself £3.
Nice round number.
£3 will probably buy you a cup of tea in one of their overpriced cafes. Let's go to the Sun as well. Big headline on the Sun here. MI chief's secrets handed to the Sun. I mean, if you've got secrets, give them to the Sun. So there they are. Now, they've actually locked them away in a safe. What's happened is Stella Rimington, the former boss of MI5, has written a book, highly controversial, and the Sun aren't revealing many of the secrets, just one or two in there. They're all a bit dull. I find it disappointing when the Secret Services open their hearts. I like a bit of mystique.
It should. It's like James Bond should stay James Bond, not suddenly come out and go, you know.
But no, it blows it. And when you see people like David Shayler, you think, not exactly Piers Brosnan.
He's not. He's eating too many pies, really, isn't he?
Also, if we have a look on here, this is the safe that the Sun have actually put the book in. They're not releasing this book, and it's obviously a large book. That's the first thing to know. It's quite a tome. And also, if you're planning on nicking it and you're going to break into their building and look for their safe, it's quite easy to spot. Yeah, that's the one there. Okay, that's essentially the headlines.
Yeah. Okay, still to come on this morning show, we meet one of the stars of the frightening, funny, scary movie. It is, of course, Carmen Electra. But right now, here's everything you need to know about last night's GQ Awards, and this is Love.
Celebrities from all walks of life gathered at the Royal Opera House in London last night for the GQ Men of the Year Awards. Richard Ashcroft showed off his award and proved that since going solo, he's turned his back on the rock and roll lifestyle.
I'll be hopefully knitting a new cardigan for my son. Perhaps, I don't know, baking a really nice pie, a Wigan pie for him. And on from that, I'll be doing as much as I can to be a modern man, a man of the new century.
Describing how he would be celebrating winning his award, Vinnie Jones also showed that his on-screen hard man persona is only an act.
I would just be going out with my wife like proper men should.
With the presence of all these honourable gentlemen, Martine McCutcheon felt safe enough to put in an appearance.
Me and my friends are here tonight. We're going to have a good time. I've checked in with my boyfriend, so as long as you're home by a certain time, it'll be all right.
Naked chef Jamie Oliver described what kind of big breakfast he serves up to make him such a great man.
A real man will have a full Monty. Well, you know, bacon, eggs, baked beans, toast. You know what a full Monty is, don't you, mate? You're thinking of the other one, aren't you? You little tiger.
While danger-loving Eddie Irvine offered a radical alternative to fit in with his racy lifestyle.
This morning it was a litre of water. Had a big night last night.
Our very own Patrick Kilty gave us some good advice on how to become a GQ Man of the Year.
I have absolutely no idea how to become a Man of the Year. All I know is that on the day of the awards, it's crucial that you don't be cut down to size with a very bad back injury. I think that's always a very good sort of, you know, yeah.
Yes, Mr. Big Breakfast himself, Johnny Vaughan, won the Editor's Special Man of the Year prize, but due to personal injury was unable to pick up the award. Questions were asked.
How did you put your back out? That's what I'd like to know.
And excuses were offered.
It wasn't me. Don't give me the red card.
Whatever you say, Vinny.
Thanks very much. Sizzler, come upstairs, bit cold, thrown on a fleece. Why not? OK, now, this is the second time I've been on the bed with a beautiful woman this morning. But hey, who's counting? My next guest made a name for herself in one of the most famous TV shows on earth, Baywatch. She now makes a splash in one of the funniest films in years, Scary Movie. Please give a big breakfast welcome, and a warm one at that, to Carmen Electra! Hi. Very nice. Very well, thank you. We've already had a little bit of a chat earlier on and went to try and stand on the swing. I'm just going to come in a bit closer and make myself comfy on the bed. Now, everyone's talking about your new movie, Scary Movie. I watched it yesterday. Very funny film. It's been a smash hit in the States, hasn't it?
Yes, it sold 44 million over the weekend, the first opening weekend, which is insane. So.
It is. Why do you think that the Scary Movie has been such a success?
I think because of a combination of, you know, the movie is a spoof on Scream, Halloween, The Matrix, The Sixth Sense, all those movies, Blair Witch. And so you take all those and you put them together, and you put Keenan as a director and Sean and Marlon Wayans, Shannon Elizabeth, a cast like that, and make a spoof, and it's just crazy.
There's loads of references, aren't there, to other all these horror flicks that you mentioned, all the way through, little spoofs threaded throughout the film. It's great, and also in there's a lot. I need to do a wink for this. There's a lot of shock moments. Viewers, you'll see why I winked a bit later. First of all, I think, Carmen, that we should have a look at you in action.
Great.
Not a bad idea. Here's Carmen.
Hey!
Look at the blokes. Quick shots of the blokes. Thank you. Well, I mean, I think that was an enjoyable clip. No question about that. But do you have personally? I mean, you're a big fan of the horror genre. Do you have a favourite scary movie?
But I think I like those old school scary movies more from the 70s, like The Exorcist and Amityville. Those are the real scary movies, and the soundtracks are ridiculous. Like if you hear the soundtrack, you're scared alone.
Yeah.
You know.
On The Exorcist, also the great voiceover as well. The guy does the voice, phenomenal, isn't it? Nice. No, I agree totally. But what I mean, also in this, one thing to note is that your character there, we saw it there, looking lovely, but it's actually your character's dead very quickly in the film.
Yeah, basically my scene is a spoof on the Drew Barrymore scene from Scream, and so in her scene she dies pretty much in that very first scene. So we had to basically copy the scene from beginning to end. So unfortunately I get hit by a car.
Right.
And I die.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's quite a dramatic hit by a car as well. And you're sort of flown into the air, swing around a few times and come down again. But if I'm not mistaken, that doesn't actually kill you. Straight away.
Not right away. Not right away.
I mean, it's an extraordinary death. Look out for it, viewers. Now, you started your career as a dancer, and I hear that you've got a killer move that always got you a job when you were a dancer. Is that right?
That's true.
That's something, that is something that our researchers have found out. So could you please demonstrate this killer move?
Okay, I'm going to have to stand up.
Well, that's all right. So long as we do get back on the bed. So, here we go. And so Carmen's going to do the move.
This is how I got my job with MTV, just so you know.
Okay, and anybody presenters out there, MTV, this is what you do. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Oh, well, just a bit of an encore, perhaps.
Only if you do it with me.
Well,
turn around.
More than happy. I've got some. You might. I mean, a bit of. Yes. Is there a builder's crack there?
Yeah. Plumber. Yeah, you were giving us plumber.
I mean, what I was hoping to do was flirt with you, and I think essentially I may have blown all my plans clean out of the water. It's also quite a pale backside. Yeah. I'm just gonna push it up, and we'll just go for that.
Okay,
again.
ready.
Here we are. Yeah.
Ready? Just shake your butt. Ready, go.
How's that?
Pretty good. Not too bad.
How's that? Thank you very much. And also, just to reiterate about your new film, lots of shock moments. Okay, let's sit down once again. Now, Carmen, you replaced Pamela Anderson in... Ooh, I'm going to fall off the bed. Sorry,
Are you nervous now?
I'd much rather be closer. Now, you replaced Pamela Anderson in Baywatch. Did you need any sort of special skills for Baywatch? What's the sort of criteria to have to fulfil to be in Baywatch?
I think just a bigger padded bra. Basically, no.
Really? Yeah.
No, actually, you know, it's funny because, you know, that show's so physical. It was actually really hard. And I faked the audition. They asked me if I could swim, and I said, yeah, and I'm not really that good of a swimmer.
You actually needed to swim to be in Baywatch?
Can you believe it?
Wow. I thought all you had to do was run along the beach on those orange floats in your hands.
Right.
Well, there's more to it than that.
Well, actually, by the time I came on board, the director was a real lifeguard. So he would make us swim and take lessons and practice our swimming techniques. Imagine that.
Yeah. Wow. Well, Carmen, I can say we've got to wrap it now. It's been tremendous meeting you. Carmen Electra, ladies and gentlemen. I think before I finish, I mean, that film, it comes out, Scary Movie, I think it comes out, is it a week on Friday? It comes out on the 15th. It's a great film. And I'll tell you what, it's a film. It's just full of shock moments. Really quite gory moments, that kind of thing as well.
Miss Man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I mean, they're one example. I mean, but really are some horrific things. But finally, that's it for me. I'd like to shake you by the hand just to say goodbye. Thank you.
Oh,
just hold it tightly.
Hold it tightly.
And
Gag won't work with us.
Oh my God!
Carmen Electra! Yay!
Beautifully sad as it is charming, Meryl Streep and Kathy Burke in Dancing at Lunasa, a tale of 5 unmarried sisters in rural Ireland.
It's Jerry Evans.
He's not coming in this house.
Poetic and poignant, Dancing at Lunasa, Sunday at 9 on 4.
Big cheer. Thank you very much indeed. You're watching The Big Breakfast. This is Channel 4. I'm Mike McLean, and we're here in Southend in Essex, everybody. And the reason we're here is for Johnny Vaughan and, of course, Meg and Noel, who split up, but more importantly, Johnny Vaughan, because this is we call it the Vaughan Variety Performance.
The Johnny Vaughan Variety Performance.
Yes, indeed. As you know, Johnny Vaughan has had a bad back and we're trying to cheer him up. We've got a lot of people here who are ready to do that just for you, Johnny. But will you please give a nice big round of applause for act number 1, it's Doreen, everybody. Off you go, Doreen.
Get well soon, Johnny. This is for you. Now, this is a joke for you, John, so don't forget it. I went into a pub, asked for a glass of orange. the barmaid said still orange. I said, well, I've not changed my mind. That's it, boys.
Hold on, Dave. Come back. She got another one. Come back. Go
Hang on, we're not finished yet. What do you call a bloke with a registration plate on his head, Reg? Oh, Reg. What do you call his brother, Reg?
Give a nice round of applause. That was act number 1. Off you go, Doreen. That was Doreen there. Act number 1. Quality entertainment here, but right now is act number 2. It's Simon, everybody. This is for you, Johnny.
This is for you, Johnny.
Okay, off he goes. Bill, go on. That's it. Go on. Down it in 1. You Zulu warrior. Down it in 1. You Zulu. Give a round of applause. Act number 2 there, Simon. Well done, Simon.
Thank you.
Okay, clear off now. Okay, here's act number 3. It's Joanne, everybody, in a tavern.
Yay.
Okay, what are you going to do?
Gonna juggle some eggs just for you,
Okay,
Johnny.
off you go. Hey! Get off! Hey! Oh! You mentalist. Okay, here we go. Here's the bulldogs. Here you go, Jenny likes some bulldogs. There's a bit of bulldogging for you. Go for it. There you go. Hey! Give a round of applause. Okay, here we go. Our next act is Danny. On you come, Danny. Okay, Danny, if you want to say a bit.
Some bananas for you, John.
Okay, off you go. Danny, get them all in. Come on, Danny. All of them. Squash them right in. Go on, Danny, son. Go on, son. That's it. Okay. Well, nice round of applause to Danny. Okay, here we go. Here's our next act. Emma, where's Emma? Emma's going to burp. Come on, Emma. Hurry up, take your time. Okay, Emma, burp. Go. Yeah! Super. Well done. Here's the next one. It's Michelle. Come on, Michelle. Just back from the holidays. Hence the tan. Do something. What are you going to do for us?
Do the spoon.
Do the spoons, Michelle. Go on.
This for you, Johnny.
Well done. If David Lindemann is watching my screen, this is quality entertainment. Here we go with our last act. Claire. Sorry, Claire. Come on, Claire. Claire's going to do some juggling. Off you go. Super. Nice round of applause. There we go. There are all our acts. Johnny, if you're watching, Meg and Noel, that's it from Southend. I hope you've enjoyed the variety. From me, Mike McLean, it's right now back to the house.
Cheers, Mike. Well, if that little lot didn't cheer up Bunny, nothing will. OK, imagine the scene. You're a young guy in your bedroom, messing around with your favourite hobby, which just happens to be spotting naked flesh in movies and jotting it down in a notebook. Apparently. Who'd guess that such a thing could evolve into a worldwide cult? Well, obviously my next guest did. Please welcome the author of the Bare Facts video guide, it's Craig Casoda. Craig, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Are you not just kind of a bit of a dirty old man, really?
Yeah, I'm a dirty old man, but I prefer to think of myself as a professional dirty old man. I get paid
so you've actually made money out of being a dirty young man. Let's say young, because you're not old. So you spent the last 10 years logging virtually every nude scene in Hollywood history.
Yeah, I'm trying to, yep.
Yeah.
I got the idea. I used to work for George Lucas at Industrial Light and Magic, and we were working on that award-winning mega blockbuster picture, Howard the Duck. And one day
favourite of mine.
Yeah, one day during the dailies, my friend Marty leaned over to me and said, "Hey, Craig, who's Leah Thompson?" I said, "Well, let's see. She's been in Red Dawn. You know, she has this movie called All the Right Moves with Tom Cruise, and she has a nude scene." So, boom, the little light bulb went on over my head. I thought, you know, there ought to be a book that lists this important information in one place.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Yes. The world is a better place. The world's a better place for it. And so did you do it single-handedly?
Yeah, single-handedly, and my other hand was busy doing other things, but yeah. Controlling the remote control.
Of course, yes. Yeah. Nothing else. Now you have a scoring system in the book. How does that work?
It's a 1 to 3 star rating. What I do is for each nude scene, I list the hours and minutes, a description of what you see, and then a 1 to 3 star rating on how good the nude scene is. So the rating is based like on how well lit it is, if you know it's really the person, not a body double, how long it lasts, a little bit what they're doing, a little bit how famous the person is.
Wow. Wow, the detail is amazing. Right, now we're going to go to something which is exciting me massively. It's our special Wheel of Filth. Here we go. Wheel of Filth. And we're going to put your specialist knowledge to the test. And I'm going to spin the wheel, OK, and whichever actress it lands on, then I'm going to ask you for a bare fact.
OK.
OK, so let's give it a spin. Spin, 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 spin. Oh, OK, and it's landed on Patsy Kensit. Okay, here's my question about Patsy Kensit. Liam's ex reveals her right breast in her first nude scene. Which movie was it in? Kensit's first nude scene.
Lethal Weapon 2.
Oh.
And she's got some good ones in a recent one called The Blood Oranges.
Oh.
Is that both breasts or just right?
Both, I think.
Oh, right.
Fantastic. Well, let's have a look, see if you're right.
Here we go.
That's a baseball expression.
I know.
How gutted is every single bloke in this house that you had to cover it up with a little BB thing, lying there with Mel Gibson? So, have you actually talked to any of the actresses about what it's like getting their kit off?
Yeah, actually. One time I talked with an actress, her name's Reese Witherspoon. I asked her, she had a movie called Man on the Moon, and I asked her if she used a body double. And she said, yeah, because she was like 14 at the time. And I said, well, would you be averse to do nudity in the future? And she said, no, if the part called for it. So then later on, she did a great nude scene in the movie called Twilight.
Yes. If it's tasteful, they'll get their kit off. Yeah, right. Let's spin the wheel again. Spin, spin, spin. Spin, spin, spin. It's a wheel of filth. Pure filth. Demi Moore. Demi Moore. That classic comment from Dennis Pennis. Would you consider keeping your clothes on if the price was right? OK, Demi Moore, can you tell me, how did you describe Demi 52 minutes into the film about last night?
About last night. That was an old one early in her career. I believe she shows her right breast when she's in the kitchen.
OK, well, do you know how you actually described it in your book? What you actually said?
Right breast when she's in the kitchen. I think she's in there with Rob Lowe. And you also almost get to see him, too.
Do you know, that's not a bad description. Let's have a look.
What?
You look so good in that light.
What light?
Wow. Oh. Lots of nudity. You actually say, in the word for word in your book, breasts and buns in the kitchen with Lowe. Which I think is a fairly succinct description.
Yep.
Very, very good.
I try to be very clinical in my descriptions, too. Not talking like a dirty old man or
Not going all nice, round, shiny. Oh, right, moving stiffly on. Let's spin that wheel again. OK? Spin, spin, spin. Wheel of filth. It's pure filth this morning on The Breakfast.
Filthy.
Meg Ryan!
Oh, and that'll be Meg Ryan. OK, we want to know, which breast did she reveal 1 hour and 6 minutes into the film The Doors? Which
the
breast?
Doors. I think both. No, wait. Her right breast.
Oh, you're good.
In bed with Val Kilmer, who played Jim Morrison.
Did you know that is absolutely word for word what I have on my paper? Let's have a look.
You're a poet, not a rock star.
You really know what I am, Pam.
Can I get in?
You know what poetry is?
You don't belong on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Who am I?
Fantastic. Meg Ryan looking gorgeous there. It's just so disappointing, isn't it?
Can I come in?
Yeah, you come in, Rich.
Just have a look at the book. You carry on chatting.
Yeah, have a look.
I need to look up some important information there.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Jenny Agutter is good, and so is Michelle Pfeiffer. Have a look at those.
I'm going to look up Sophie Marceau.
Okay, let's have another spin. Boys on the floor, any particular one you want?
Everybody's got their favorite.
Jamie Lee. Oh, Wheel of Filth. There we go. Jamie Lee Curtis. Right. My question about Jamie Lee Curtis is, which item of clothing is Jamie taking off 1 hour into the film, Trading Places? Item of clothing?
That is actually a very easy one. most guys in this audience should know. She takes off her jacket, then she takes off her red dress.
Oh, that's you guys nodding in agreement.
That's one of the classic movies that got me the idea that this book is useful.
It is useful. We're loving it. Let's have a look.
By the way, food and rent are not the only things around here that cost money. You sleep on the couch.
Now we know why it's a classic film moment. Grant, on this camera here, camera 3, said the words before they came out of Jamie Lee's mouth. Oh, yeah, classic film. Classic body as well.
It's imprinted on every single guy's eyeballs.
Yeah, I can't think why. Go on, Rich.
I've looked at Sophie Marceau for Sophie Marceau fans. Find yourself the French film Police. It's 1985. 10 minutes in, there's a brief left breast in the window during a police strip search.
Fantastic.
French film Police. Sorry, carry on.
No problem.
That's super. I don't think I can better that. Big thanks to Craig! Fantastic. The world is a better place for your book. Right, after the break, we get up close and personal with Robbie Williams. We've got his personal photographer here in the house. But now we're going to the news, we're going to a break. We're going to the news. Oh, it's fantastic. It's Jasmine. Yay!
Good morning. These are the main stories on Wednesday, the 6th of September. Another Oasis marriage is rocked. Billy awaits a court verdict. And China celebrates a perfect 10. The world of showbiz is mourning the loss of another marriage. Noel Gallagher has followed in his brother's footsteps. He split from wife Meg Matthews 8 months after they had a baby daughter. Noel recently confessed that he met Meg through drugs and spent so much of his married life on them that he feared he would fall out of love once his head cleared. The couple had recently moved out of London to get away from it all, including drugs. It looks like this truckers' strike, which has crippled France, could be over by tonight. Thousands of petrol stations have run dry after drivers set up blockades, furious about rising fuel prices. Their leaders reckon they're now satisfied with French government plans to slash petrol prices, but won't end the protest until they've met ministers this afternoon. A woman accused of threatening to kill Billy Piper has been further remanded. Juliet Peters from East London has been charged with harassing the teenage star. The 32-year-old will return to court next month. A massive investigation's underway into how the lid was almost blown on some of Britain's top secrets. The memoirs of former MI5 boss Stella Rimington have been leaked to The Sun before it was vetted to make sure it didn't contain sensitive information. But the paper has sent it back to MI5, who are checking to make sure it's real. 10 tiger cubs have been making their debut at a zoo in China. These little beauties have been born to 4 mothers as part of a special programme. They're northeast China tigers, some of the most endangered in the world, and the zoo is trying to rebuild the population as soon as possible. Here's the way the weather looks. Temperatures should range from 20 Celsius in London to 16 in Glasgow. Expect a wet start everywhere, particularly in Wales and northern England. Later, showers will clear over England, becoming cloudy with sunny spells. Scotland and Wales should stay wet. Here's the 5-day forecast. Scotland and Northern Ireland will have rain every day except Sunday, with heavy showers tomorrow and Monday. Northern and central regions will see showers every day, but Friday and Saturday. And the south will have a mixed week, cloudy at first, turning rainy with some sunshine Saturday onwards. With Breakfast News, it's 8:35. Back to Lisa and Richard.
Oh, cheers, Jasmine. Weren't those tigers cute? Oh, cute tigers. Oh, the little fingers up. Oh.
Very cute indeed. As is Jazz. Thanks, Jasmine.
Yes. Cheers, Jazz.
Thank you.
Just a reminder to our viewers that Carmen Electra's in the house today. And also a new singing...
Sensation.
What's she doing? She's being wacky. A new singing sensation. Anastasia is here as well. Don't want to confuse people. What they've done really is swap the name badges. I hope that's clear.
Oh, those clever, wacky girls. Right, we're going for a break, after which we're going to be getting up close and personal with Robbie Williams, with this person photographer. See you in a bit.
That's okay.
Now, our next guest got the chance to do something, well, that you'd die for, really.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
OK.
But carry on.
You'd quite like to.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. He spent the last 3 years with unrestricted access to Robbie Williams. Oh. Gosh. The result is an extraordinarily revealing set of photographs which are about to form the basis of an exhibition and a book. And we've got an exclusive sneak preview. Nobody else has seen. Please welcome Hamish Brown.
Hey! Hamish, hello.
All right.
Now, first of all, let's get this right. You are Robbie's personal photographer, is that right?
Not quite like that. I work with a lot of people. You know, recently been shooting Tom Jones, Fatboy Slim, Victoria Beckham, as she's now known.
So you're not his personal photographer. How have you got this access to Robbie then?
I started off. I went on tour with him, and I did some portraits in his dressing room on the first night, as the old sort of, you know.
Yeah.
Knew they were good, went home, developed them, stayed up all night, printed it, took them back the next day. Went from there, and the result is the book, which we're doing for a charity called Cancer Backup, which is something that Ian Dury was really closely involved with.
Sure. I mean, he's obviously a big fan of yours as well, Robbie, because a lot of these stars are only comfortable with certain photographers, aren't they?
Right, you'd have to ask him that.
Well, I've never spoken to him.
Was life on the road with Robbie what you expected?
I think it was probably more, you know, especially from the early days when, you know, he was just doing kind of like small club tours, but I mean, they're big gigs by anybody else's standards, but, you know, for him now they were small, and just the whole excitement and the energy and everything that was just like going on from the moment he walked on stage was fantastic.
Really?
And that
What's it like backstage and after the show?
Backstage after the show, it's usually just, you know, tempo's pretty up, you know, people are into it.
Yeah. Fine.
Tempo's up.
OK, now we're going to go and have a look at some of your photos. We're going to have a slideshow. So what we need to do, first of all, is dip the lights, I think.
We haven't got Linton on the projector, have we? We'll be all right then.
Now, we've got some popcorn. It's quite a nice setting. There we are, some people with popcorn. Are you all happy there? Are you all settled in? Then we'll begin. Talk us through, please, Hamish, this first slide.
OK, this is from the first roll of film I did with him at Hammersmith Palais in, that would be September 97.
Yeah.
That was just backstage in his dressing room 10 minutes before he went on stage, so it's almost like the calm before the storm.
Right. So before he goes out on stage, he dresses a bit like a boxer.
Is that
right?
Yeah.
Does he get himself psyched up?
No,
like that before he goes out?
he does get very psyched up, you know.
OK. Fine, thank you. Well, let's go to the next one.
You Ben.
That's from the set of the Angels video. We're on a beach the day before in Devon. It was really cold, but he had this motorbike that he was like going up and down the beach all day on. And this is the next day in London when they're not actually using the bike, but he's just like, you know, playing on it anyway while he's got the opportunity.
It was like small child new toy.
Exactly.
He's kind of looking. Is he looking at himself in the mirror?
I don't know. I'd never actually thought of it like that.
I think he might be actually. He's doing that.
The mirror's in the right place.
I'm having a photo taken. How's my hair? Let's go to let's have a look at the next one. So next slide. Older one.
Older one. This is actually more recent than that. This is Let Me Entertain You, which came after Angels at Top of the Pops backstage.
OK.
And this one ended up being in National Portrait Gallery. Did an exhibition called The Icons of Pop, which was a great British artist every year from like 1950 up to current day, and it's their most popular exhibition of photos they've done, and it's still touring the country.
Well, how difficult is it shooting him backstage when he's working?
Well, backstage was like literally, we had about 5-10 minutes to do all these shots, which were going to be for his tour programme. That's what they got used for in his press and all that kind of thing.
I mean, really hard getting him to stand still.
When he's there, he's cool, you know.
Yeah. OK. Well, I'm not an expert on photography, but it strikes me that that's well lit. One side of his face nice and dark.
Just I'd like to say that's just all a fluke because I don't actually know what I'm doing technically.
Right,
just
OK.
Like bang the light up and jump in and get on with it.
Fine, OK.
It's moody and lovely.
Should we go to the next?
Yes, go
Please,
on then.
it's a very enjoyable slideshow.
Oh, I say, what's going on there?
This is out of the Millennium video, which was all sort of quite Bond thing.
So he's not just had a fight?
No, he's not just had a fight. No, they put 4.5 hours he was in makeup, putting on this prosthetic mask.
Right.
Which he then went on stage and like ripped off in 30 seconds. So
really?
It was a long wait for.
I mean, what exactly is happening here in terms of emotion? What's on his head? What exactly is happening in that moment?
It's like his face is, you know, the movie Live and Let Die.
Yeah.
Yeah, where the guy's dancing and he's got the black and white, you know, the face paint.
We know that, all right. My word.
They kind of like borrowed the idea kind of thing from there, and they put the mask on him. So Rob's on stage dancing similar fashion. Peels the mask off to reveal Robbie Williams.
We know our Bond trivia. OK. Lisa, I think we should go to another one.
Next slide.
Yeah, why not? Here's the next one.
OK, this one I like because it's a no regrets video, and we're shooting out in some tiny bit of the country near.
Where is it?
Henley-on-Thames, somewhere around there. Yeah. But there were kids in the, you know, coming out the pub opposite or cafe or whatever, not the pub. Kids coming out the pub. It's Henley. It's like for people just, you know, get drunk from any age, I guess, around there. But they come out the pub with a yo-yo. And, you know, Rob gets to go on a yo-yo and they're teaching him tricks and then vice versa.
Do you ever give your photos titles like Robbie at ease with the kids?
No, never. But, you know...
I mean, perhaps you'd like to take that suggestion on board.
But this one always makes me feel guilty when I look at it because the little kid in the video, or in the photo, sorry, I promised him I'd send him a picture and I lost his address. But now he's on TV.
Well, let's
I remember his name, though. He was Edsel Callahan.
OK,
if he's watching.
If he's watching today, get in touch and give us a call on our usual numbers and we'll try and send you a copy of that photo. Or just record the show and freeze frame it.
Yeah.
Has Robbie got a softer side? Because you're always going to think of him as being the performer, the big performer all the time, but he looks like kind of like he's got a softer side.
I think he's all in one, really.
What do you know?
He's got a sensitive side to Robbie.
Yeah, of course there is.
What can you tell, just before we finish this, what can you tell us about the real Robbie that none of us know? You've seen him backstage, you've seen him at work, you've seen him probably at home. What do you know about the guy that we don't know?
Nothing that I could possibly repeat on the TV.
Speak to volumes in itself. Please, just before we finish, you've got to give us something. Just a little tease about Robbie that none of us know.
There's one more picture to come.
Cool. Do the other picture, quick.
Do the other picture.
Out of focus.
Yeah, this is well, that's the artistic creativity of,
that would be it.
I see.
of showing what he's doing.
Right, of course.
Silly you.
Tell
And
us quickly.
this is him just before he goes on stage. You know, it's like the band's already started.
Is he
up playing
legging
and
it
he's
to the
legging
stage?
it down. You know,
Just very
with all
quickly,
the
what's a
energy.
little nugget about Robbie? Come on, Hamish, please. Egg him on.
No.
Please!
Something like favourite food, favourite colour.
Well, yeah, come on, favourite food, anything.
His favourite food is sushi.
That'll do. You've heard it first on this show. Robbie Williams' favourite food is sushi. On that bombshell. Thank you very much, Hamish. Listen, after the break, what is it, Lisa?
I don't know, what are we doing
Well, let
after
me
the break?
tell you. After the break, it's Wayne Hemingway. Before that, here's some adverts.
Yes!
Thanks. Welcome back to the Big Breakfast. Just quickly, you might remember I asked for some tickets to go to Chelsea Arsenal tonight, because I was going to go with Vaughan, but he can't go because he's of his bad back. Cos from Leasden, he's going to donate me 2 tickets if I sing happy birthday to his girlfriend Lindsay, who's 21 today. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Lindsay. Happy birthday to you. Have a lovely birthday. Thank you ever so much, Cos. That's great. OK, if you thought that was exciting, the next item, well, 19th century had Beau Brummel, 20th century had Christian Dior, but the name that will be synonymous with fashion in the 21st century is, of course, our very own Wayne Hemingway.
Hey, these build-ups get more fanciful each week.
Oh, they do. I like a good build-up. A nice build. Now, have you recovered from Starturn 2000?
I have recovered, and they've been in. Laura put them in the dryer, and I'm dry, and I stink of tea.
Oh, that's lovely. Eau de tea.
Yeah,
now, what's
lovely.
big in the crazy world of fashion this week, Wayne?
Well, these are mannequins. You know, mannequins are an important thing because they help sell clothes, don't they?
They do.
Now, do people think that this would help sell clothes? These are in Jeffrey Rogers. Who thinks they will help clothes? Say aye. Aye. Who thinks they won't? Say nay. Nay. Yeah, well, you know, they could be right, but I actually love them.
It's an aspirational thing, isn't it? Aspirational. I mean, I'd love to have a massive head with loads of orange
It's
hair.
funny you should say that, because I'm peeking through a gap. And big eye. Look at the big eyes on that, and look at the big eyes on Brem.
Oh.
Give us that.
It's just
the spitting image of each other.
Yeah.
Extraordinary. No, I quite like them. They're fun.
Yeah, I think
cool.
they're fun. Anyway,
I like the red
things that we want
outfit
to
too.
talk about.
OK.
Right, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I will not be seen dead at the moment in public, apart from when I'm doing sport in a pair of proper training shoes like Nike and Adidas, worn as a fashion thing, because I don't think they're fashionable anymore. You know, I'll say it about your trainers. I said it about you, Linton, didn't I?
You've said a lot of things about me.
Yeah. You know, and I didn't like those, and you grabbed them off the table and managed to get them free that day, didn't you? Yeah.
Flag.
But there's a new set of trainers come out, which I've noticed that you're wearing, and I've noticed that these kind of Gola retro ones, and I actually do like them.
I like those brown ones.
I like
They're
those.
lovely.
Very
See, mine are
70s,
Babette.
very
Thank
retro.
you, Babette.
And the other
Babette's got
person,
mine on now.
the other person I've noticed wearing them is Bacon. You know, he has got his hooves in them, hasn't he?
He's a big old fan. He's a big old fan
Yeah.
of them. He has to say. He's all like, ooh, I like those Golas.
Has he got, do you reckon he's got cleated feet? Inside. So he's really seedy inside those shoes.
Oh, he's got little horns. He cuts
Yeah,
them down
I
every
bet
day.
he
But
has,
if you look
hasn't
through
he?
the
Yeah.
hairline, you can see them.
Like
Fantastic.
this jacket, Samsonite, they do things like bags, don't they? You take on travel.
Yeah.
Well, they brought out a travel jacket, right? So basically, you pull this out of the little pocket and
Yeah.
you attach this and you blow it up like that. I'd like to see you blowing that, actually.
Oh, okay. Come here.
Good action, that, isn't it? Good action. Yeah. Good action. That's enough, right? That's enough.
Oh.
The thing is, you could. I'd actually think you should actually wear this jacket. You should actually wear the jacket with this on, and you'd look like a Furby. People would stroke you.
I'm not sure about the colour. Is it so you don't get lost when you're travelling?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but I'm sure you're going to end up looking like a Furby in that.
Oh.
Stick that up.
I'm not a big.
Or looks like you're going to get down with the hood.
Yo.
In an area.
Check it out. Yo.
Yeah,
Homies down
you're
with the
getting
homies.
down with the hood, aren't you?
With the homies. Yo.
Getting down with the pillow.
Yeah.
Instead of the hood.
Getting me head down with the pillow.
If it was a hood, you'd get down with the hood. If it was a pillow, you know.
Oh, hilarious.
Get down with the pillow.
Comic genius of Wayne Hemingway.
Right,
What's next?
finally on the tips is this. I like this. It's a new Casio watch.
Ooh, ow.
And it's a wristwatch camera and it takes 100 black and white pictures. So I could take a picture of those foul shoes that Linton's got on.
Go on, do it.
And and there it is, but you're not going to see it. So we'll develop this for next week. And we'll show you a picture of his foul...
That's great. How much would that say back?
It's £179.99, and you can download it to your computer, and 100 pictures, black and white.
That's
I'm sure they'll
funky.
bring it out in colour eventually.
I like that.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, that's cool and groovy. Okay,
Good
what are the
stuff.
models wearing this week?
Right, well...
Not a lot.
Has anybody heard of that girl, Kelly Brook?
Yeah.
Right.
Kelly
And you
Brook.
saw her in the press kind of wearing this kind of... not much.
A handkerchief.
Not much, was
Yes,
it?
that's right.
Was it right? Was it wrong? I actually think it's a good thing. It gets you noticed, and she's got the body for it, and she's young,
gorgeous.
isn't she?
Kelly is
young,
gorgeous, whatever
I'd
else
look
they-
a bit daft in it at my age.
Yeah, me too at mine.
Yeah.
But Kelly,
But
physical
she looks
perfection
all right.
looks great.
So we're doing floaty chiffon a la Brooke.
Hello.
First of all, we got Anna. Gold embroidered
What?
sheer dress with nothing much underneath.
You see, if I went out with that, my dad had said I'd forgotten to put my clothes on.
Yeah, well, she hasn't. It's from Blue Marine, 2,240. But it is particularly beautiful.
Oh, you look gorgeous, but you
Yeah.
have got to have the body to wear that.
You know, and we won't say what we can notice because we won't do that. We'll get told off. And heels are from Kurt Geiger, £99.
I like those shoes. Very James Bond, 70s, kind of porn star-esque. Fantastic. Who's next?
Second up, we've got Adora. Looking, again, always looking fantastic. Wearing black Anna Molinari top, £185. Blue Marine skirt, £1,945.
That skirt.
But this is the kind of skirt,
fantastic.
you've got to be pretty wealthy to afford it, but then you just keep it in your wardrobe and you keep wearing it. You've got to do it at that price, haven't you?
You have. You can't
And
wear
if-
it and chuck it away at that
I
price.
think we need to focus on Model's Own knickers. Look at those racy knickers that Adora wears.
Adora,
Model's
are
Own.
they actually your pants?
They are
your
actually
pants you had on
hers.
this morning?
These are the ones I had on this morning.
What a racy girl.
Hello.
Yeah.
If you thought the skirt
Heels were
was
from
racy.
Office. Finally, we've got a new model.
Hello, new model. What's
Now,
your
we
name?
haven't...
Hi, Zoe.
She is a big breakfast and a TV virgin. Should we be rough on her or should we be gentle?
Be kind.
Rough, right.
Grant wants it rough.
The only rough thing we're going to say is it's not true that we've made her up. Her legs the same colour as the grey dress.
Oh.
That is not... It is very fashionable. It is very fashionable to be pale and interesting, and she is pale and more than interesting.
Zoe, have you got any Celtic blood in you?
No, I haven't.
See, that's my excuse
Yeah.
for being ridiculously pale and having OAP hands, as Vaughan puts it.
She has got a grey chiffon 1920s vintage dress from one of a kind. So even this chiffon, even second-hand, is expensive. This is £550.
What? The second-hand dress?
Yeah.
Oh.
Vintage. They're all going for a lot.
Pricey.
They're all going for a lot of money in auction. All this stuff
Really?
now. It suddenly all changes this vintage thing from getting it really cheap. So it's worth hunting round Oxfam for
Yeah,
it.
no, I wore a vintage dress last night from Benton. It was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Again, but I got that for like £65, and probably now it's worth hundreds.
And if you look at the Oscars last time, there was 3 or 4, pretty famous. Chloe Sevigny, #1, was wearing head-to-toe vintage, including her shoes. And there was 3 or 4 famous actresses doing it because it gives you that more individuality.
So, but get to Oxfam and buy it 50p rather than 500 quid. Thank you very much, Wayne Hemingway. Right, well, while I go put my head down on this pillow, we'll go for a break. See you after these adverts. Welcome back to Big Breakfast. There's just time to thank today's guests.
Who have been, first of all, Carmen Electra. Just before you go, could you give us, in case people missed our interview earlier, that wiggle bottom thing again, can you just show us that quickly?
Booty shake again?
Yeah.
Okay. You showed what's cracking, so I will. I'll show you the booty shake. All
Go on,
right,
here we
ready,
go.
go.
Thank you very much. Also, Anastasia has been here, who's going to be a smash hit. Her new single comes out soon. Who else has been on the show?
We've had Hamish Brown. We've had Craig Casola, who wrote about naked actresses.
Yeah, he did. And just a quick note about that. He wrote this book, which is Where to Find Your Favourite Actresses Nude on Video, and he signed it to me and given me a copy. Thank you.
Oh,
very quickly, Mike McLean on the Outside Broadcast is going to give us a goodbye.
Cheers, Squeaky.
A goodbye magic trick. Go, Mike.
Okay, here we go. Quick trick. The duck. Just quickly, John. Quick, grab a card. Duck. Quick. Anyone. Okay, show everybody at home. Quick. Okay. This is one of the reasons why I got booted out of the Magic Society years ago. Okay, put him in there now, so you can't see. Watch this. The duck will now find your card. Here we go. Hey! Is it your card? Thank you very much.
My word! Are we going to the news or not? Okay.
Oh, that is award-winning television.
That was award-winning television. No, they did get a bit of a secret there. Mike was actually kicked out of the Magic Circle. And another outside broadcaster with a bit of shame.
Fantastic.
What's on tomorrow?
Are you here tomorrow?
I think so.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm here tomorrow.
So you, me, we're going to have Stephen Gately from Boyzo. Hello. We're going to have Made in London, the girl band, and Neil Ruddock. He's made loads of